like to stay alone to keep my head from exploding. People call me crazy. Well, they're just hoping.
This is Finding Satan, a Black Cat Collective podcast.
Crowded places, they're all fake destinations. Me and my lover will stay together and keep on floating.
Matt, Annabelle and I are still bleeding. Can you grab the first aid kit?
Yeah, sure. I'll go get it from the car.
It's not a big deal, Sarah. We've had worse.
Annabelle, have you been changing?
Yeah, actually. You?
Yeah, me too. I'm a lot stronger. Much harder to damage me.
I have claws now.
I want claws. But, Annabelle, how long has it been since you got a wound that didn't heal right away?
A while?
Yeah, same. I'm a little concerned that not only did Dee Dee manage to kick the shit out of you and almost take me down, but our wounds aren't healing as fast as normal.
Yeah, fair. I thought you just wanted to give the Boy Scouts something to do.
Go take a shower, and then let Matt patch you up. We can't afford to take any more hits right now. And I don't really know how Dee Dee was able to do what she did to us.
Probably because she's part Harbinger.
Yeah. I feel like I'm missing something.
Aren't you guys supposed to have, super healing now?
We were just talking about that. Something about Dee Dee is different. She shouldn't have been able to take down Annabelle or hurt us the way she did. Our cuts and bruises aren't healing. I'm curious, but most of all, I want to be cautious.
Well, that sucks. Sorry, I don't know what else to say. Just that everything sucks.
I think you need to get some sleep. I forgot how much that hurts. Thanks for patching me up.
At least it's something I can do.
You do plenty, Matt. Why don't you go to bed and I'll help Annabelle when she gets out of the shower?
Thanks. Okay. What do you think's gonna happen tomorrow?
Tomorrow we go find the woman Dr. Carlisle told us about.
What woman? You saw Dr. Carlisle? What?
And we get Annabelle a cell phone.
I can't believe he killed the Cardinal. I can't believe he's back. I can't believe you're giving me a phone.
Try not to lose it. Remember, it's not a weapon. Try not to hit anyone with it. It won't do as much damage as you want, and you might break it. Please try to keep in touch.
Thanks, bitch. Are you sure about the car?
Yeah, I like your boyfriend's truck, and I think Black Betty reminds Matt too much of Clara. He's still really upset.
Okay. Are you sure you're going to be okay meeting with this woman? Dr. C isn't exactly reliable.
I'm sure she's just a sweet little old lady. A cookie-baking reformed Satanist can't do much to me at this point. We need you finding the rest of our sisters. I'm still worried someone out there's going to move against us, and we need to know whose side they're on.
Alrighty.
Here's your coffees. Annabelle, are you leaving already?
Yeah, I don't like long goodbyes. Bye, hoes. Be careful.
I'm gonna miss her.
Annabelle?
No, of course not. I meant the car. How you feeling?
Better. The healing started to kick in. Annabelle's pretty spooked, though. She's worried about this old lady.
Annabelle's spooked? It really is the apocalypse.
Yeah, let's just be careful. This is it.
This is a gingerbread house.
Yeah, the whole neighborhood is weird, right?
Cute, though. I could totally see my mom in one of these when she retires.
Yeah, totally. Let's go see if she's home.
Coming. Oh, hello.
Hi there. My name's Sarah. This is my friend Matt. Dr. Carlisle suggested we meet you.
Oh, yes, of course. He mentioned that he hoped you'd stop by. Please, come in. I am Mrs. Cabot. I'm delighted to meet you. I've heard quite a lot about you. Let's sit here. Tea?
We don't want to trouble you.
It's no trouble. I just finished making it, actually. I had a hunch you'd be stopping by.
Thank you. That would be lovely.
Thank you.
I must say, this is so unusual. So unusual. We don't often mingle with your kind.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, demons, of course. Not your fault, obviously. One can't help how one is born. Or spawned, as it were.
Mrs. Cabot, do you know why Dr. Carlisle wanted us to meet?
Well, yes, he wanted me to do his dirty work for him. Just like a man. Why do something hard when you can get a woman to do it?
And what dirty work would that be?
Well, he hasn't been able to get you in hand, and you've been running about, rather mucking up his plans. He's hoping I'll corral you for him. Or collar. My goodness, those words are so similar.
How exactly do you plan on doing that?
What? Oh! Goodness, no. I mean, I'm tempted to, just to see how the old pipes are working and whatnot, but no. Things will happen as they happen, you see. They don't need much help from little old me. I mean, take Dr. Carlisle, after all.
What about him?
All that meddling, and where has it gotten him? Most of his friends are dead. He has no allies. And his master plan has completely gone to shit.
Ma'am, if you don't mind me asking, who exactly are you? And how do you know Dr. Carlisle?
You're going to want more tea for this. Take a cookie, too. Alright then. Is your young man okay? Yes? Okay. I met Dr. Carlisle back in the 70s. Yes, the 1970s. We're quite old, I'm aware. Back then I was dabbling in the arcane a bit. You understand. Most of us were. Lots of pot and acid and chanting. We felt quite on the edge of something. And at the time, we really were. We all just found each other. We thought we'd start a commune, all drugs and living off the land and free love and, of course, magic. We had all kinds in our group. Transcendental meditation, Wiccans, third eye hippies, and even a few original Satanists. The real ones. Luciferians, really. And it was all peace and love and light for a while. But then a few of us started to get more serious about what we saw, what we could do. It became less about the community and more about finding ways to exert our will. And for some of us, exerting our will turned into finding more reliable paths to power. Dr. Carlisle and some of his friends grew very interested in demonology. At first, I thought they were just learning, experimenting with the left-hand path, as it's called now. But as time went on, it became clear that they were specifically trying to learn how to summon and control demons. They got very into blood and sacrifices, and it all became rather messy. So we parted ways. A different path called to me, and I followed that call. I left the commune, and a few other women left with me. Friends. Sisters, almost. I have nothing against the left-hand path, but my own practice was focused on balance. There is darkness, there is light, there will always be death, but so too is there always birth. These things are not in opposition. They are the natural order. I lost track of Dr. Carlyle for a few decades. I didn't miss him or the others. But, as I eventually found out, Dr. Carlyle never lost track of me.
Wait, I hate to interrupt, but I still don't understand. If you weren't part of his little proto-Satanist group, who are you?
Well, of course you'd want to know, although it seems a little silly to say it out loud, but I'm a witch.
Like Wiccan?
Oh no, not Wiccan. But I discovered in my youth, and it became much easier once I left the drugs behind, that I had a certain knack for exerting my will. Things came very easily to me, I must say. I was quite lucky.
I apologize, I don't mean to offend you, but I didn't think witches were real.
It's really not your fault, dear. You intentionally had a very sheltered life up until recently. You know that expression, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing people he didn't exist?
Yes, we're very familiar with that one.
Well, the greatest trick man ever pulled was convincing women they don't have any power. We do. It's very strong and very real.
There's so much I don't know. So what you said earlier about not being around demons, is there some sort of witch-demon thing or rivalry?
We're all just people, dear. But I did intentionally avoid the path of the demonologist. I think there's something wrong with stealing magic from demons or forcing them to do your will.
Is that what Dr. Carlyle was doing?
He tried, yes. He tried for a very long time.
You mentioned light and dark. Do you mean God? The devil?
I don't believe in the Christian God, Sarah. I believe there are powers. I believe there are stories we tell based on a set of things that may or may not have ever happened. And depending on what part of the world you're from, the same stories have different actors, different heroes, different villains. But I do not believe that the Christian God exists as he is portrayed in their Bible. But let me get back to my story. You'll want to hear this. A little over 20 years ago, Dr. Carlyle reached out to me, and to everyone I still kept in touch with. He told us a wild tale. A demon he'd been working with had told him about a group of demon children. Demons don't have children, by the way, so this was very unusual, very suspicious. But he was trying to weasel out of something Dr. Carlyle wanted him to do, so he was attempting to buy his freedom with information. Dr. Carlyle immediately realized there was an opportunity here. If he could get his hands on demon children, he thought, he could raise them as his own. He could have his own cadre of demons who looked up to him and would do his will, without all the mess and stink of his demon ceremonies. He found another demon who told him about the room without doors, a place that no one can find, a place where you could put something very valuable and the owner could never find it, a place that you could stash a dozen babies where they would never be found. And that's what he did. He stole you, Sarah. He took you and your siblings from where she was keeping you, and he put you in the room without doors to try to raise you as his own. But it didn't go well. He didn't know what he was doing.
And so he wanted your help.
Exactly. He was trying to get as many women, witches, Satanists, it didn't really matter. He wanted us to help him control and shape these children for him. He's a total misogynist, by the way.
Wait, you said he took us from where she was keeping us. Who? Who was keeping us?
Well, your mother, of course. Lilith, the first woman, the mother of demons. She's the one who started all this.
Lilith.
Oh, yes. Your bloodline, if you're interested in that sort of thing, is very strong. You are a direct child of Lilith and the Lord of the Underworld, most commonly known as the Devil himself.
I thought you didn't believe in the devil.
Oh no. Child, that's not what I said at all. I don't believe in the Christian God, but the devil? No, he's as real as you or me.
Jesus.
Not in my house. Poor Sarah. I know this is a lot. Do you need a break?
No, keep going, please.
Well, I said no, of course, to his plan. I wanted no part of it. We didn't exactly know who the babies were at the time. What I just told you, we found out much later. But I still knew this was a bad time waiting to happen. Some of my friends said yes, and they said what happened in the room without doors. It was bad. Very bad. Dr. Carlyle and his friends, with unlimited power over a group of demon children, it got ugly. So the women got together and agreed to get you all out of there, and they did. When you were 7 years old, they took all of you out of the room and brought you into the world, where they attempted to raise you as human children. It wasn't easy. Many of you, scarred by growing up as you did, possibly influenced by your demon heritage, kept murdering other children, pets, adults who annoyed you. Troublemakers, the lot of you. But the women who raised you, separately, that was the deal, and no one was supposed to know where anyone else was, so if he found one of you, he couldn't find all of you. They really tried, Sarah. Your foster mom, she really did care about you.
I know she did. I have some good memories.
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to keep up. But they were all witches, right?
Yes, witches, a few Satanists. Some who were both, yes.
The witch signs in the woods. Was that you?
I don't know what you mean, but witch signs aren't made by witches. Witch signs are to keep witches away.
What?
Oh yes, it's an ancient magic, meant to keep us away from certain places or people.
Who knows about this?
I don't know. A few cults? Demon groups?
Black Hole Sun.
Yeah. They were on your house, Sarah.
It was a shame you killed your foster mother. She really was quite sweet. She was my best friend once.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure you are. Not really. It's hard. I want to hate you. But I know you're just doing what you're supposed to do. Following your nature. They kept you all under control as long as they could. But each of you hit a certain point, and then all the protection spells, all the soothing magic, it all just fell apart. And all of you snapped. Just like that. And you started doing what you were born to do.
Starting the apocalypse.
Yes, but I'm not sure I'm going to let you do that. I know, you can't help it. It's your nature. I understand. I really do. No, dear. Don't try to talk. It won't help, and I'm not quite sure you can. Let's just slow you down. How about that? Let's just take a breath, get some rest, and let me think about what I want to do. Such a nice tea. Just take a little rest while I think about what I want from all this. I've made myself a nice little corner of this world, you see. And I'm just not sure I'm interested in letting a couple of little demons end it all. No, I'm not sure I like that much at all.
Finding Satan is written and directed by Gabrielle Aw. Finding Satan is a Black Cat Collective podcast.